Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, July 16th to the 22nd, or A Sensible Midwesterner. On Friday, before leaving on a family vacation to Acadia National Park in Maine, the president spoke to the American people about a new cap that was placed on the leaking BP oil well in the Gulf of Mexico. Though visibly stopping the leaking oil, the president cautioned against over-optimism.
It is our responsibility to make sure that we're taking a prudent course of action and not simply looking for a short-term solution that could lead to even greater problems down the road.
And on Monday, President Obama spoke up for unemployed Americans, criticizing a partisan minority in the Senate for refusing to extend emergency benefits to millions of Americans still looking for work.
It's time to stop holding workers laid off in this recession hostage to Washington politics. It's time to do what's right, not for the next election, but for the middle class.
The president also made time on Monday to congratulate WNBA champs the Phoenix Mercury on their second championship in 3 years.
And I want to thank you for setting a wonderful example because I live with three tall, good-looking women who are quite competitive and push me around under the boards all the time. But I want Malia and Sasha to know that there is absolutely no contradiction between women who are beautiful and healthy and contributing and good athletes and competitive.
And later that afternoon, he met with former senator and coincidentally a Mercury Project astronaut, John Glenn, to discuss space exploration.
Good to see you, sir.
How are you?
How are you? Good to see you.
I'm already having some sensible Midwesterners right now. It's about time.
I'll try and fill the bill.
On Tuesday, July 20th, David Cameron made his first visit to the White House as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, reaffirming the special relationship between our nations, especially our mutual commitment in Afghanistan, and reporting back on the quality of beer exchanged after the World Cup tie between America and England.
I thought the beer we got was excellent, but I did drink it cold.
I enjoyed it so much that when I watched Germany beat Argentina, I actually cheered for Germany. This is something that's a big admission for a British person to make, so the beer is obviously very effective. But what you said, Barack, though, about British and American soldiers fighting together, sometimes dying together, serving together, is absolutely right, and we should never forget that. Whether it's on the beaches of Normandy, whether it's in Korea, whether in Iraq, or whether now in Afghanistan.
On Wednesday, July 21st, the president signed the historic Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act into law at the Reagan Building in Washington, D.C., ushering in a new era of accountability for Wall Street that will prevent a financial crisis like the one we've experienced from ever happening again. The bill will also offer Americans the toughest consumer protections in history.
In the end, our financial system only works. Our market is only free when there are clear rules and basic safeguards that prevent abuse, that check excess, that ensure that it is more profitable to play by the rules than to game the system.
On Thursday, the president furthered his commitment to fiscal discipline, signing legislation that will help the federal government prevent and recover improper payments made by federal agencies, estimated by the Office of Management and Budget at approximately $100 billion in 2009 alone. That afternoon, President Obama met with Commanding General of U.S. Forces in Iraq, Ray Odierno, and United States Ambassador Chris Hill to discuss the situation on the ground as the U.S. transitions security responsibilities to the Iraqis. At the end of the day, Congress finally passed legislation to offer emergency unemployment benefits to Americans who've been looking for work and whose benefits had been repeatedly blocked by Republicans in Congress.
There we go. All right. Let's give some people some help around the country.
To find out more information on any of these topics or to see complete videos of these events, go to whitehouse.gov. And thanks again for checking out your West Wing Week.
Let's be real quick, guys. Okay. No pushing or anything, because if we're pushing, we're all going to end up on West Wing Week.
Perfect.